Imagine waking up in a place like this. Imagine being trapped there, forced to spend the rest of your life in such a scary environment. If that's your current situation, then you may not be alone. In today's video, we're going to show you places where the living meet the dead. These are the scariest true stories ever caught on camera inside abandoned mental asylums. In today's video, we will travel to Willowbrook State School, which operated between the years of 1906 to 1990. This institution for troubled children was a product of its time. Discipline was harsh, sometimes even brutal, and patients were often subjected to treatments now considered unethical or even torture. As we go through these terrifying images, remember, these are real places filled with real history. Every room, every bed tells a silent story of pain, anguish, and suffering. Let's dive into this haunting journey. Before we get started, be sure to click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Let's begin. Why it sucked to be a patient at Willowbrook Asylum. You wake up cold. Your hands are already raw from yesterday's restraints. You try to turn, but the sheets stick to your sweat-dampened skin. The air around you reeks of mildew and despair. A smell that clings to the back of your throat like a bad memory. Outside, the wind moans through broken window panes, whistling a tune as mournful as your own sorrow. You're in Willowbrook. Time has stopped here. The ticking clock replaced by the incessant drip of leaky pipes and the sigh of restless spirits. Each day is a slow grind of fear, the dull ache of hunger, the maddening lull of neglect, the creeping sense that these four walls will claim you forever. You try to piece together what brought you here. Fragments of memory surface like shattered glass, cutting and painful. Was it a lover scorned, a family feud, or perhaps a darkness within you that even you feared to understand? You clutch at sanity, but it slips through your fingers like sand, leaving you exposed and vulnerable in the face of oblivion. When the padded walls close in around you, whispering secrets of madness and despair, you know you're not just a patient here. You're a sacrifice. Will you break first? Or will the asylum swallow you whole? The tragic tale of Emily. Emily Bright, a name that once held sunshine and promise, now echoed only in the empty halls of Willowbrook Asylum. She was a picture of health and happiness, a ray of sunshine in a small town. But when the grip of madness tightened around her, her world turned upside down. The year was 1980 when Emily began to hear voices whispering to her, sweet nothings laced with poison. Her laughter turned to screams as shadows danced at the edge of her vision, mocking her sanity. Fear clutched at her heart as she saw things that weren't there, felt hands that didn't touch her. The townspeople, blinded by prejudice and ignorance, whispered of witchcraft and hysteria. They feared what they couldn't understand. Emily's pleas for help fell on deaf ears. She became a pariah, an outcast in a world that had turned its back on her. With heavy hearts and trembling hands, her family made the agonizing decision to commit her to Willowbrook, hoping for solace, maybe a cure. But little did they know that this would be their final goodbye. Within the cold, stark walls of Willowbrook, Emily's tormentors wore white coats. Doctors who should have been healers became her jailers. They chained her to beds, strapped her to chairs, all in the name of treatment. Emily's cries for mercy mingled with the metallic scent of blood and the stinging pain of needles piercing her skin. Days blurred into night. Emily lost track of time. The faces of her tormentors swam before her eyes like ghastly specters. Hope, once a flickering flame, was extinguished by the icy winds of despair. One day, Emily vanished. No struggle, no outcry, just absence. The staff found her bed empty, the chains cold. The doctors theorized, gossiped, but none could say for sure what had become of her. Perhaps she broke free from her bonds, escaping into the night, only to be lost in a world that had no place for her. Or maybe she simply walked through those old doors and into the waiting darkness, her soul joining the chorus of the damned. Some say her ghost still wanders Willowbrook, a mournful echo searching for answers, for peace, for a justice that lies buried under layers of deceit and despair. The dark rituals of Willowbrook. As you delve deeper into Willowbrook's labyrinth, you begin to notice strange things, etched symbols on the wall, barely visible, hinting at a sinister past. Hidden rooms with boarded windows, concealing what lay behind them. Whispers of strange rituals and occult experiments conducted within these four walls. The air grows heavy, charged with a palpable sense of dread. You run a finger along a chipped paint surface, feeling the chill of ages past. The staff of Willowbrook, once respected members of society, had their own darkness, their own madness that festered beneath the facade of order. They conducted seances, yes, seeking to commune with the dead, but not with peaceful intentions. Their purpose was darker, more sinister. They sought to silence the restless souls trapped within Willowbrook's walls. The spirits, however, had other plans. The staff, driven by their own inner demons, performed rituals of blood and bone, offering sacrifices to powers beyond their understanding. In the darkest depths of Willowbrook, they drew sigils of power, summoning entities from realms unseen. The very essence of the Asylum was stained with their dark deeds, creating a nexus of evil that refused to rest. As you stand there, flashlight beam dancing on the walls, you realize that you're not just exploring an abandoned asylum, you're trespassing on hallowed grounds of unspeakable horrors. What you uncover here will shake the foundations of your sanity, proving that some secrets are best left buried. The explorer's nightmare. A lone figure, a modern-day explorer, armed with nothing but curiosity and a flashlight, steps into the crumbling grandeur of Willowbrook. He pushes open the creaking door, stepping into oppressive gloom. The air hangs heavy, thick with the dust of ages past and whispers of untold horrors. His flashlight cuts through the gloom, revealing peeling paint and graffiti-marred walls. As he ventures deeper, the temperature drops, sending shivers down his spine. Shadows seem to writhe and twist, taking on grotesque shapes that mock his sanity. Suddenly, a whisper brushes against his ear, a cold breath on his neck. He whirls around, but finds only empty corridors stretching into the darkness. Dismissing it as a trick of the wind, he continues his exploration, but the whispers grow louder, coalescing into voices that tell tales of unspeakable suffering and despair. Just as he begins to question his own sanity, he sees a shadow detach itself from the wall, a hunched figure with vacant eyes. Terror grips him as the entity lurches towards him, its outstretched hand promising only torment. He flees, the flashlight beam dancing wildly, illuminating fleeting glimpses of a creature that seems both human and something else, something utterly alien. Trapped in a labyrinth of madness, he realizes that Willowbrook is not just a place, it's a living, breathing entity that feeds on fear and despair. And he's now a part of its grim tableau. His cries echo through the vast emptiness of Willowbrook, unanswered, unheard, for here in this desolate asylum, the ghosts hold sway, and the living are cursed to walk among them. Will he escape, or will he become another soul trapped forever within the haunted halls of Willowbrook? What do you think about these creepy asylum stories? Which one scared you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more spin-chilling content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.